because
Oh, you're good.
I'm only worried about the day, so
Yeah.
I'm alive. Yeah. So
Huh.
yeah, so she was, but it was good though. It really was.
Awesome.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Things are busy. I got too much going on, but it's all good, and it's all good. Just a lot of stuff that I want to work on, and I just haven't had time for. But there's other stuff that I'm working
Mhm.
on that means a lot. So like this,
Mhm.
getting together with you. You see
Mhm.
how I did this screen with Stroke of Genius? How's that look to
Okay.
you?
Yeah, it's good with me. I mean, I'm riding with you, man. So you just tell me, you know. Yeah, but I can see it, but yeah. And you're Brian with one eye. So you should change it to one eye Brian. but but yeah, man, it's awesome. Know we can help people. You
That's
know,
what it's all about.
yeah.
Yeah. So
You know,
yeah. So when you're writing, if you think of things that I can put on the different videos, like today we're going to be talking about, whatever, and here's how it's kind of impacted your life, and here's how it maybe impacted mine. And so if you have some time to write on that kind of stuff, I would love to see some of that. That would help me a lot.
I I've got 300, more than 300.
Yeah.
So you just gotta. So what you need to like for me again, I have them, and so we just got with your help figure out how to use them, right? Because for me, I speak as when I speak through my writings. That's what I always tell people. And so if we can, we have come up with a plan. So it's one thing at a time. So we focus on one thing for this period that we're on, right? And then you know I can give you access to all of them, and then we can or I can give you the ones that I wrote especially for the stroke survivors and their families.
Okay.
Because some of them are real talk about what happens. So like the journey back to the journey back is one of the writings, and it's about how we are in our heads talking, but no one can hear us on the outside.
Yeah.
And how, you know, I'm talking to people, but they can't hear me.
Right.
Now, anyone that's gone through a stroke will understand that. And so that's why for them, I always say I wanted to read those things to the survivors, right? Because they can't. So some of them can't speak. But they can. They're hearing and they understand, but they
Mhm.
can't speak back. and they need to just be read to, right?
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, there are there are uh, things I talked about, such as teamwork, that the stroke survivors' families have to understand. It's going to take a team, and whether you're ready for this or not, it's happened.
Hmm.
And so we want to, you and I are giving them encouragement, but they got to face the fact too that it's happened to the person
Right.
and not them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so I don't know what your, and this is where we can have fireside chats about things, because when I'm telling you that we should always come from where we were, that's where we get our biggest bang for the buck, not where we're trying to go to.
Right.
But we got to remember back what it was like for us
Hmm.
during those times.
Hmm.
Because I don't know about you, but when I talk about the journey back, I was like, it was hell. But guess what? I had life.
Hmm.
And so, you have a choice. You can give up, right?
Hmm.
And whatever happens, happens. Or you can fight like hell each day. And there's going to, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days.
Hmm.
But it's about trying,
Right.
you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it's all about.
So, so I don't, I'm truly, I know maybe we're experimenting a little bit, but guess what, man? It's okay to experiment in my book too, man, because that's the way we find out, right? We'll
Yeah.
find out what works. But,
Yeah.
for me, it's kind of like I write from a place of whatever I'm writing about, I was there, you know?
Yeah.
And so for me, um, it's I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put together all the writings from for this particular topic, and I will, you'll get access to the entire, because I don't care. I write when God lets me write. So, people always say, you're writing once a day. I go, no. I go, sometimes I write 4 or 5 times, and then sometimes I don't write any. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
the thing is, it's always from my heart, and it's all about what we went through, you know. But I know this, it's easier sometimes to see yourself in others versus you focusing on yourself, right?
Right.
So I'm kind of like, okay, I'll be the open book for this one, you know, because,
I love that you're doing this, man.
you know, and we'll
This is
see.
good.
Yeah,
Are you there? You froze on
yeah.
me.
Oh, okay. You see me now?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, but I just I know that it's it's about a lot of patience,
Hmm.
both sides. Um, but when you come out the stroke, you know, that's when all the other things happen that makes it an individual thing. But we all can't speak. That's the commonality. You know what I mean? It really is.
Very few can speak, and very few would want to speak like you're speaking. So
You know,
I commend you for this.
but don't, because you've been through the same thing. You just, you're being too nice because, but you got stories too, and that's what you got to tap into.
Yeah.
Because where we consider it painful sometimes, if we're helping others get through their pain right now, we done our job.
Hmm.
Because you know this. God never said it was going to be easy. You know,
Yeah.
all He said was you won't be alone anymore. But he never promised it was going to be easy. And as I always tell people, you know, the easy part is having Him in our life.
Hmm.
But even with that, unless we give away what we receive from Him, it doesn't matter.
It's a waste.
Yeah, you know. So that, I mean, that's the point right now. Yeah, it's painful, but guess what? We're still alive.
Yeah. Still smiling.
Yep, always.
Can't take that away.
No, no, at all. You know.
Hey, I want to
It,
show you one thing before we go. So I have a little video. It's like 25 seconds. It's kind of like
okay,
an intro video, and we'll use it at the end too.
okay,
So we'll when we get together tomorrow, we'll come on. We'll talk a little bit, and actually I'll probably come on first, and then I say in a minute here, I'm going to introduce my friend James Thornton, and then I'll play this video, and then we'll come back and we'll both be here. So here's a video I'm going to show.
okay.
See,
That's
it's nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it's nice. It doesn't have anything to do with you though. So
But
eventually,
yeah, but we don't. But guess what, man? You're doing me a favor. So I guess what? It'll turn out the way God wants it to.
well,
And so I don't mind because it's your show. We will get to something because of this, right? But at the end of the day, man, you've earned this, man. You I know what you've gone through more than others, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished But guess what? You're taking a chance on me now. Right? That's why. That's the way I see it. You you bringing me into your world, and so at some point I will have you on, right?
All right.
But for now, I don't mind that at all, you know, because like I'm telling you, man, um, you read these stories first, and then you tell me what you think, and then you just tell me what it is we want to focus on, and I'll focus on that. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm telling you, man, there there is a opportunity, including what you're doing now with your show, but there's an opportunity for us to reach a hell of a lot of people that don't want to talk
Well,
because they don't think that they're going to be heard.
yeah. And they don't
You
think
know
it
what I
matters.
mean?
They don't think it
Right,
matters.
right. And guess what? They're fighting every day to save their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But some of them don't even know why they're fighting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know why, because they can. And you do too, because they can. Because God gave them back a life that He literally canceled.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's, you know, to me, you know, it's like that quote I always use now, which is, an unexamined life is not worth living,
Mm-hmm.
by Socrates. But many people don't want to examine their life, but they'll sure tell you about yours.
Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. It's like blind
You know what
spots.
I mean?
They're a lot easier to see in
Yeah.
somebody else than they are in you. You know.
So you know, this is where this is why what we're doing matters, because that interaction right there, the one we just had, is what people need to hear and want to hear. It's not about us alone. It's about what we bring to the table together.
Yeah. I think
So
you're
so
right.
you know, well, you can think all you want. I know I'm right on this one. because because God gave us both something back that we didn't have.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
agree.
no matter what that looks like as individual, you know, that's that's the thing that I know for a fact. And so that's why I'm so excited, because as we go through this, through these trials and errors, we're, first of all, we're doing it together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we know God loves us because He's got us here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even with all our faults, right?
Yeah.
He's got us here, and
Mm-hmm.
um, and that's how I look to encourage people and challenge how they think and offer them advice. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah. Hold on, I don't know what
Somebody
happened
calling you?
here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Hold on. Now I can't. Hold on. I don't know why I did that. Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I'm here, but okay. Okay.
Oh, you come back on
Oh,
again.
okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't.
All right. Here we go. We're good. Oh, now I can't hear you.
I mean, yes.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you on the other.
All right.
Hmm.
So now I can hear my voice.
How about now? Now you're muted. You're muted. Can you unmute yourself? Talk. Nope, can't hear you. Huh. Well, that's weird. Good thing it's a trial run. Can't unmute your guest because uh, their mic isn't connected. You used to have headphones on, don't you? You still have headphones on? Oh yeah, you still do. I can't hear you.
Hold on.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You got on twice. Oh, there you are. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off and go back in.
Okay. Are you there? Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. What'd you do, James? I don't know. Can't hear you. How about I'll try getting off and getting back on. I'll try that.
Okay. Can you
Hey,
hear
I
me
can hear you
now?
now.
And guess what? Don't ask me what I did, and I don't know what you did.
Hey, we're back on. That's all that counts. It's technology, man.
Man, I love it because you gotta understand. I call everyone. You know what I mean? And so even when I go to the Zoom thing on Wednesday mornings, or my other calls that they want to Zoom and all these other things, I tell them make it one button and one button only, because if I gotta do two buttons or more, first of all, I get nervous because I'm trying to figure it out. And, my mind doesn't work in that way anymore. You know what I mean? And so I tell them, I'm not being dumb with you. I'm just doing what my mind can at this point.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. We're
you
fine.
know, but yeah, man, it's I just think that um, as we get through these, we'll learn each time, man. And that's
Sure.
the part of doing all this, is learning and experiencing things together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll make us better equipped to serve other people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it's all
Because
about.
because the at the end of the day, it's it's tough when I told this story one time, and it was like I walk with my puppy Hazel, and we walk each day. She's sitting here now, her,
Oh,
and
you tire her out.
well, she tires me out. But as we walk in the mornings, I think about things. And that particular morning, I thought about how when we got back into the street from our walk, and as we entered our yard, Lisa was out
Hmm.
in the yard with our other dog, Henry.
Hmm.
And she, like, Hazel, when she sees them, she's like me. She and you. She wants to just go crazy and do her thing. Well, this time though, I thought about it, and I needed her to focus on me, and I needed her to focus on me because she had to still get me in the house, and we hadn't gotten to the house yet. We were close, but we hadn't gotten inside. We were only at the edge of the drive. And there were all these distractions for her. Lisa, the other dog. Yet I told her, you have to listen to me right now, because we have a job to do, because this is a partnership. And I told her I needed her to get me in the house first. So she sat, and we looked at each other, and Lisa got Henry in the yard, and they were looking at us. but it said to me how there's only one master's voice, and
Mm.
how we can easily be distracted by other things, other situations, but at the end of the day, there's only one God. And it doesn't matter whether you know him or not, because he knows all of us.
Hmm.
And so in this instance, I was dependent on Hazel to get me through that door. And she had no choice but to listen to my voice because we both weren't finished.
Hmm.
And when she got me inside, then we could play, both of us. As a matter of fact, I gave her an extra treat that day
Ah.
because she had earned it,
Hmm.
because she truly listened and heard my voice even though Lisa was around.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I I walk in the mornings as we're walking with each other, and I think about things because that's the way my mind works. It's a focus. I just have to focus on one thing, and it's her and me.
Hmm.
And either she's teaching me a lesson, right? Uh, or we're learning one together. But I don't teach her anything. I learn, I learn from her
Hmm.
all the time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, I'm going to just sing some, and, you just tell me how to, because I don't know. I just, like I said, I do two things. I write and I mentor, and I call
Right.
it caring and sharing. I don't even call it mentoring. So,
Yeah.
for me, I know this. At some point, I'm going to figure out how to read to the people who can't speak, because in their mind, they're, you could do it. We could do it together. There's
Yeah.
an audience. I'm telling you, man, there's an audience,
Who
you
knows?
know,
Maybe that's what will come out of this.
and then that, and that's where, you know, I will always tell you that's the first audience. There's others for sure, but that's the first one to focus on because we both have gone through this.
Hmm.
That silence.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're already at about we've been on this about 35 minutes almost. So I know
And
we wanted to keep this to a half an hour, right?
right, right. And guess what? And you know how it is when it should stay half an hour, and that means we get on, say what we're blessed about, right?
Hmm.
I will never have a struggle. I'm going to just tell you that right now. But if you're struggling with something, we should talk about that, because that will always lead to a story too to share.
Hmm.
But if we're both doing good, we'll just pick a topic to focus on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But this is really about sharing the pain, the frustrations, the successes, all it went into coming back where now Brian with one eye and a stroke of genius, we fought like hell.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people don't want to talk about their struggles, but to me, man, a struggle is only a faith thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
And you either got it or you don't. And if you don't, that's cool because that's why you're going to be listening anyway because you're
Struggle,
struggling.
the struggle is going to make you stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where you learn.
But guess what? Many people, as we know, they can't understand that
Right.
because they're looking through their own lens.
Yeah.
And all we're doing is offering them a chance to look at life through what we went through.
Right.
And maybe that will help them. We don't know. But guess what? We'll try.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm
yeah,
in.
man.
I'm
Okay.
in.
Me too.
All
I'm
right.
in. Yeah,
Sounds
I'm in.
good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think will be just kind of an introduction, right? Are we just talking about, I mean, kind of loose, what it is, our history and all that, or you get other thoughts for tomorrow?
I, well, I don't. Well, I can't only remember what happens, you know, since the stroke. Be other than that, it's difficult, right?
Okay.
Um, so you know, you can, if you want to, you can tell people about what I did. If you want to, I don't care because the bottom line will be since the stroke, um, you know, and walking through that desert, man, of 3 months of not being able to speak. And maybe we start there.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? You know, I don't know if you went through that at all, but I did. And that alone would make a lot of people give up. But for me, I was like, I can't talk, so I just gotta listen.
I went for 3 months, actually 6 months of being blind. So, you
Yeah,
know,
see what I'm saying? But
yeah,
but you got but I'm saying that's what we got to tap into in
yeah.
these conversations
Okay.
because that is the pure essence of why you can do the things you do now,
Right.
right? You know, you are something to everybody you talk to, and it's not the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to focus on how you have one eye
Right.
because everybody else will see us, and I know this much, we tick a lot of boxes like I told you the other day. And the last one on our list is being black and white. You know what I mean? That's the last one. That's the last thing on the list. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, we both got stories.
Yeah.
And maybe we start with the stories.
Stories are always good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because until they can see where we're coming from, everything doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I know. And correct me if I'm wrong. And just for my knowledge, you used to work for the NFL. Did you used to play for the NFL too?
I tried to play and I was not very good, but I tried to play for the Dallas Cowboys and other teams,
Okay.
and never caught on.
Hmm.
But again, there is stories about not giving up, but it's not about when or where, but it's about just not giving up, right? And all I was trying to say that day to you and to Daphne was, this is these are the things that made me the man I am today. But after my stroke, they were just things,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
because you know this. When you wake up, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
You're delirious. You're just trying to catch a breath. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You're just trying to breathe. And so,
One thing at a time.
yeah, and so who we were, that talks to our character, right?
Yep.
But no matter what our character was then, it's our character now that God uses. But he uses it in a way that we can talk to anyone, because we
Yeah.
don't preach it, we're living it,
Right. Right. Hmm. Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. All right. Well,
Okay.
all right. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And I'll play
Me
this
too.
at the beginning, and I'll also play this at the end. So here we go.
Okay.
And so then we'll come back and we'll see if actually I'll play this, and then we'll have a question and answer period. I don't know if we'll have any questions, but we'll give them.
Hey man, we'll build up to it, man, because guess what? We're new. I mean, we know it's our first shot, but guess what, man? We'll build an audience, right? Because that's what it's like. It's about building. They talk about building brands. Well, you gotta build an audience first, but
Yeah.
that doesn't deter us because you found a way to do that. And so, if it's just one, man, guess what? That one person needed to hear what we had to say.
I agree. Yep. Awesome.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna run the video.
Okay.
All right, just like regular, and we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit, and then we'll go.
So
There
I
it is.
got a question. I got a question for you. Do
Yeah.
you know that your video in the middle slows down?
Really?
It yeah, it slows down um like it's running, but it comes on at this fast pace and then it slows down and then it speeds up again before it ends.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to tell you that,
Yeah. Can
right?
you hear it?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why I'm hearing. So I just wanted to, if you have it, you may want to, because for me, I use my ears a lot, you know,
Hmm.
um, and I hear things, and I don't. For me, I think it's cool because it's telling people slow down, but you don't. Maybe you don't want them to, hear that. But for me, I think it's cool because it goes to a pace where you're either thinking there's something wrong with the music, right? Or me, it's kind of like he's slowing people down a bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's with my hearing, that's what I can tell.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
All right, but I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
And
Good.
what time are we going on tomorrow?
11:30. 11:30.
11:30. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that down now.
But I'll send you another invitation tomorrow.
Yeah, but this way I will if okay, I'll you'll do that and then it will go to my inbox. Okay.
You got it.
I
And
love you,
so
bro.
I love you too, man. What's Thundar? Thundar. What's that?
um uh, one of my uh Indian friends who is a is in a tribe in Wisconsin. Um, we he I've had this name forever. Can't and I
Hmm.
don't know why now, but I had it forever. Have never changed it. But when I was at UBS and I was doing I can't remember this. I was doing things with Native American tribes. Um, he gave me a nickname, uh, and I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to try to pronounce it. Uh, we call it Wak, but it was Wakaja, and he goes, "That's your name in my tribal language for you," but it was for Thundar, right? And he's like, "Man, I don't know where you got that." He goes, "But it's a hell of a name." And I said, "Well," and so when I was doing my business, I call myself Rolling Thunder Advisors,
Ah,
not Rolling not Rolling Thunder. I mean, Thornton, but Thunder.
I
And
love it.
that was my business back then.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
hmm
Cool.
But it's from when I've had it a long time, but it became precious to me when my Indian friend gave me my nickname in his language.
Hmm.
Mm,
I
yeah.
love it. Cool. All right, man.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
All right. I love you.
All right. Love you too.
Bye
Talk to you
bye.
soon. All right. Bye.
Okay.